Guys, girls, I just got out of the gym, but I think we did it, Trumpies! We won!
After the last US election, they published the number of people who voted for Trump and who voted for Kamala Harris by race, sex, ethnicity, and all of that. I'm sure a lot of us were more into the statistics because it even sparked a lot of conversation because so many black men actually voted for Kamala Harris, and there have been talks surrounding how they think black men are not going to support Kamala Harris because she's a woman. Then it was reported that 60% of Latinos voted for Trump. If you guys remember, there were so many posts online of some Latinos saying Latinos for Trump, posting online after they finished casting their vote. But guess what? Guess the people who are on the internet literally in tears right now. I could remember the comment section of so many of them that posted back after voting for Trump. The comment section were people literally telling them that there's a high possibility that they are going to regret this because Trump is literally going to treat them like every other person. They want to be like white people. They want to lean towards the white side so much. No matter how much they try, they can never be white because they are not white and they will never be treated as one. Now the mass deportation has started. In fact, I saw a post on New York account showing the Mexicans that were deported arriving at their country. And you guys, they have been all over the internet, literally in tears.
This is so crazy that we voted for Trump. We trust him with the word that he promised us Latinos. This is crazy that starting next week, multiple cities will be hitting immigration. That is so crazy that multiple people are scared to go to work. Where I work at, a lot of Latinos did not go to work. And that's crazy because we have a living too. I hate that I voted for him. Now I'm so scared for my family and your family. Y'all, we need to come together and do something about this.
I just spent the last 30 minutes crying as I read about all the mass deportations that are starting to occur, and also seeing okay, gonna try to make it through, seeing the aftermath of the fires in Los Angeles and knowing that a lot of the population that was affected were Latinos and people of color. And I just felt so much grief and anger because growing up being an immigrant kid, and having to grow up with a realization that you could go to school and your parents could get deported while you're at school and you come home and they're not there was a real fear that I had as a child. Also, having to watch your parents go work their second job as soon as you got home from school and locking yourself in your room because that was the only way to keep you safe because your parents couldn't afford a babysitter. Growing up with all of that, and just trying your best and going to school and pretending like you're just like every other kid is an experience that I don't wish on anyone. And it's been so hard to see the amount of hate that has grown as the Trump MAGA supporters have kind of come out of the woodwork.
I've been getting getting some comments calling me divisive, saying, right now's not the time for finger pointing. We need to work with Latinos for Trump. Latinos for Trump already divided us when they walked into that voting booth on November 5th and made a conscious decision to sell out their family, to sell out their friends, and to sell out their entire community as a whole to ICE. And for what exactly? A pat on the head from the whites? For white proximity? For white validation? I am not the one causing the division, so don't come here and try to gaslight me. I voted to keep their families safe. I'm not the one who voted to have ICE raids on their families. Latinos for Trump are the ones who voted to have ICE raids on their own families and their own friends and their own community. A majority of Latinos foolishly gave your votes to Trump. And how did Trump thank y'all? By making it his very top priority on day one to deport as many of you, as many of us, as he possibly can. He said, get the fuck out. It doesn't matter if you're illegal or not. It doesn't matter if you're a criminal or not. He wants you out because you're not white.
As a Latino, I've never been more embarrassed and more disappointed in the Latin community for even voting or thinking of voting for Trump. Voting against your own self-interest is counterproductive. It's insane to me. Like, y'all don't make no sense. What's not clicking? And let's be very serious. Latinos voted for Trump because they want to be as close to whiteness as possible. It's because they are anti-black. It's because of the internalized racism. It's because of the pure not even internalized, it's for the outward racism. That's really mainly what it was. And let's not forget the misogyny of it all. Let's not forget that, because one thing a Latina woman is gonna do is gonna put her man, her son, and any male figure in the Latin community up on a pedestal with ease. And that's exactly what the Latino men thrive on. The women always putting them up on a pedestal. And that's really the sad part about it, because there is no reason why they should have been voting for Trump at all. I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed today, and I'm just so disappointed.
Now, not too long ago, the United Kingdom officially left the EU. Because just like America, they too are also anti-immigration. Now, the UK didn't carry out mass deportation. What they did was change the rules around immigration. Basically now requesting that all EU citizens that came from EU nations to the United Kingdom have to apply for a visa and pay to continue to stay and work here. Now, a lot of EU citizens did not appreciate the fact that they are now being treated as second-class citizens. So you know what they did? They voluntarily packed up, a majority of them, and they went home. Upon them leaving, petrol stations were temporarily closed down because there was no truck drivers to deliver the petrol. People were finding themselves traveling miles and miles and miles, queuing up at 5, 6, 4 o'clock in the morning, trying to get petrol as soon as 1 or 2 trucks dropped the petrol off. There was no farmers to reap the crops so that it could get into the supermarkets. So supermarkets were also empty. Even things as common as eggs, you could not find in supermarkets. And it was so bad that the British government had to end up going on TV begging these people to come back. You know why? Because the people who voted for the United Kingdom to leave the EU and voted for the immigration rules to change for EU citizens are the same people who were not willing to do these jobs. Now the UK is trying to rejoin the EU because they now understand how imperative immigration is for any and every country, whether the person is documented or undocumented. Understand that statistically around the world, in the Western world, immigrants compared to national citizens put more money in the economy than they take out because most immigrants do not have access to public funds. I see a lot of people in the comment section talking about how the UK needs to follow. The UK has already learned its lesson. It is time for America to learn the same. Good day.
Man, I thought that this mass deportation thing was like just a rumor, just a joke. Now, for those of you who know me, I live out here in Houston, Texas. And like you can go down the main street, like FM 529. There's like these taco trucks up and down the street. The food is so freaking good, man. It's like I gotta eat there multiple times a week. I went down that street today. There is not one single taco stand open. Every last one of them are closed. Like 3 or 4 of them had like yellow caution tapes going around them, like do not enter. They literally closed it down. This mass portation thing is 100% real. This is not fake at all, man. This mass deportation thing is not fake at all. This is crazy. Like when Trump was in office before, I heard him saying he was going to close the borders down and all that stuff, blah, 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 blah. You know how every president talks. But this dude right here, he came into office swinging, man. Swinging, man. Dang. It's really, really happening, man. Like this dude came in changing some laws and putting some things into play that looks like that he is actually carrying this stuff out for real, man. Woo! Crazy work.
What do you
Crazy.
guys think about these people now crashing out about the mass deportation thing going on? I can remember very well back when the election was going on. There were so many hashtags for Latino for Trump. Black people were literally out there telling them that this is not going to be the best decision to ever make because you're literally selling out yourself. Like, you guys are ignoring what these black people are saying and just want to be like these people so bad. We promised you guys a lot of things. Some were voting because they wanted the price of egg to come down. Some were voting because they think it's going to be better. Like, life is going to be better for them when it gets in. And there is Project 2025 all over the media, even before election started. So how they did not go through that, how they thought a lot of things it was going to do was going to affect black people only, is insane to me because, yeah, they are being seen as the same. They are being treated as the same. These people have been screaming at the top of their lungs, saying this decision is not the best decision, but there have been so many hashtags saying Latinos for Trump. Some are even coming online to boast that they voted for Trump and all of that. And is this sparing anyone? Is it literally coming to the house to ask that did you vote for Trump or not? If you vote, sit. If you don't vote, back to your country. They are literally on the streets arresting them and sending them back to their country. Now they are online sending prayers and in tears. The next thing is going to be for them to come online and say, please support us, please put your mouth in this and help us. Our people are being deported, our people are being sent back. But is that really going to happen after so many people have warned them to not do this? Let me hear what you guys think. This person said, I think they think they are going to be able to save their illegal family members or hide them somewhere. Boy, oh boy, I can't wait to see this shit show unveil. Hide Matilda, because Trump is coming. Another one said, I am so confused by Americans. You voted in Trump. This was his main focus, and now people are mad. Only black people did not overwhelmingly vote for Trump. So why is everyone else mad? And this is the truth. If you're online and you follow the election conversation that went on for like a year, you will know that black people in mass did not support or vote for Trump. This person said, I'm not surprised. The Never Be White really want to be like by people who don't like them. And that is where they are getting it wrong because now they are being treated like they are not like them or they don't even look like them. Go back to your place because no matter how hard you try, you can't be like us. It's actually very sad because according to the report, 60% of the people who voted are affecting the remaining 40% of people who did not vote. Now it's going to affect all of them. The sins of the others are going to affect the remaining people. So many people are literally crashing out and having a meltdown online because of their family. Another person said, history will tell in the future when Latinos are fighting for equality in future years. This election will haunt all Latinos. You got to ride or die Latinos, always. This was a comment under the video of the guy talking up about the aftermath of the result when it was published that 60% of Latinos voted for Trump, saying that they will regret this action. And fast forward to today, look at what is going on. Another one said, Trump only won because our Latinos voted for him. I don't want no complaint when Trump starts attacking Hispanic. Another comment from the election. I'm bringing back this comment because I remember very well the comments were filled with people telling them they were going to regret that action. Fast forward till today, it's not even 10 days yet. in the office, and so many of them are already arriving in their country. Let me hear what you guys think. What do you think about Latinos who have been shouting Latinos for Trump now crashing out and having a meltdown online because Trump has decided to send them back to their country? Let me hear what you guys think. It's actually a sad situation, but looking at how they arrived there, I think this is the reason why so many people are even just tagging them as FAFO, which means F around and find out. Like, that is literally the tag being used for them online right now, saying, yeah, you guys F around. So be ready to find out, because we are not going to say anything to this or put our mouth or support you guys on any of this. We told you all. Let me know what you guys think, and let's meet in the next episode, and I will see you guys in the next one.